What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Mike. I am a full-time used book reseller. So that just means I go around to thrift stores, I do bulk buys, I scan books with a Bluetooth scanner, send them into Amazon, and they deal with the rest. So as you know, last week we got ungated in DVDs. Hopefully you all went ahead and ordered 10 DVDs for 20, 30 bucks and are going to get ungated too. So I figured it'd be perfect timing to go over my ScoutIQ DVD trigger set. So let's get right on into it. ScoutIQ DVD and music trigger set. So when I got ungated in DVDs, it also ungated me in like basically any CD I've scanned since I've been ungated in DVDs, I've been able to sell as well. So I figured we'll just combine them both in here. There's not much information out there when it comes to like DVD trigger sets and music trigger sets. So I had to do a little bit of research. I spent about 10 years working on this. Not really. I only spent maybe an hour or 2 hours, but I wanted to kind of get a glimpse of how it works. So when we make these trigger sets, you know, it's the one I'm using. So I'm fine with everybody else using it because I believe that it works and it should work for everybody. So first thing we're going to go over is the sales rank chart. So a lot of people are new to selling on Amazon. I kind of want you to understand how it works in comparison to other categories. So every month they put out a sales chart with the top percentages in each category. So we're going to go over real quick. I'm going to pop it up on the screen. Basically the movies and TV, CDs and vinyl, and then we're going to compare it to books because most of us are full-time booksellers or part-time booksellers. So movies and TV, the top 3% is 166,000. CDs and vinyls is 239,000, and the top 3% of books is 2.6 million. So that's the big difference we're dealing with here. So basically the volume is a lot less in these categories. So you have to be more picky in these categories. Because think about it, 2.6 million ranked book, that's the E-score is probably not that good at all. It's probably a super slow mover. But then when you switch to these other categories, these things are probably moving more often. And it's just a different comparison. So I wanted to have you guys look at this and so you guys can kind of see how things work. And then when you go to 5%, you got movies and TVs at 276,000, music at 398,000, and then books at 4.4 million. Now 4.4 million, I mean, you got to be crazy to take one of those books. I've done it sometimes, so I guess that means I'm crazy, but that's just a comparison of the difference we're dealing with here. So I read a few articles, I watched a few videos to get to the trigger set. So a DVD can reach a rank of 150,000 after selling just 5 days ago. So if a DVD sold today, 5 days from now, the rank could be 150,000. So the ranks are more volatile because there's more sell-through in the category and there's not as many, if that makes sense. So if something sells today, the rank could be 150,000 in 5 days just because there's so many DVDs selling and there's not a lot of them out there compared to books. So that should explain it to you. And it could reach a rank of 200,000 if it sold just 12 days ago. So 2 weeks, the rank could go from, you know, jumping all the way up pretty high to basically 200,000. After percentages of like you've seen on the chart, after like 5%, 10%, they start to double. So that's kind of where you want to stay away from. You don't want to be going up any higher when from 5 to 10%, like the number is double what it was before. So 3 to 5, you kind of see it stays in line, and then it's going to jump up. But you want to be at that point before the huge fall off happens. So let's I got my phone here. I'm gonna pop up my screen so I'll show you my exact trigger set. It's super easy. If you want, you can do it on the computer. It's a little bit easier on the computer, in my opinion, to set up your triggers. So you're gonna go into triggers. So you're only gonna have one trigger set. So you got your main trigger set that you're scanning books in. That's the one you want to go into. We can have everything on the same trigger set. So mine's is just called books. So we hit edit triggers. Then you want to click edit trigger set for your books. All right, so when you scroll down here, you'll see there's different buttons: books, DVDs, VHS, music, video games. So We're going to go over to the triggers for the DVDs. So we have trigger 1. All right, we're not worried about e-score with these. Everything I see in the e-score really doesn't matter with DVDs. So we're just going to focus on the ranks and the profitability. So trigger 1, we got 1 to 100,000. FBA slot 1, U slot 5. Buy box compare, yes. And unlike the books, where we only do 5% off Amazon, we're doing 10% off Amazon, because everything I've read, Amazon tends to stay in stock much longer with movies and music than they do with books. So that's why we're doing 10% off. We can offer more of a steep discount when listing our items, so we know that, hey, it's going to sell, someone will buy it at 10% off what Amazon's charging. Target profit, $8. So you guys know, if I scroll back up top here, I keep my buy cost at 0. I see this all the time, people asking, hey, why is your buy cost 0? Well, every thrift store I go to, the buy cost is different. So why would I basically have a number in there? So say if I put $1 in there and I'm at a thrift store and it's not $1, now I got to do extra math on top of the simple math I'm already doing. Sure, it's simple, but if I keep it at 0, I can do the quick math in my head while I'm going. Now, if all your thrift stores are the same price, then sure, put that in there and it's going to save you time. So if all your thrift stores are $3, you know, for DVDs or whatever, then you know, hey, just put $3 in there, and then you can only do target profit of 5. It's the same thing. I can just do the quick, simple math in my head. That makes it easier. So anyway, trigger 1, target profit, $8, okay? Most places charge up a little bit for DVDs. I want to make sure there's enough profit on there. Just because I'm basically new to doing DVDs, maybe we can fine-tune this in a little bit, but right now I feel like $8 is a good spot to be in when it comes to finding DVDs to sell. So that was trigger 1. There's only 2 triggers. Trigger 2, same thing. We're not worried about e-score. We're doing 100,001 to 250,000. Same thing. FBA slot 1, U slot 5. Compare, 10%. Target profit is $12 this time. And that's it. So just 2 trigger sets for DVDs. It's super easy. I've gone out and I've sourced and I found profitable DVDs using these already. So it's not like something that's untested. This will work the same way that it worked for me, it'll work for you. And you'll see an upcoming video. I found about 275 hours in profit on DVDs, which was super awesome. I double checked all those to make sure they made sense when I got home. So these trigger sets will do you good, and it's only 2 trigger sets, so it shouldn't take you that long to fill it out. Keep the DVD one up here on the screen for a little bit longer. So $8 on trigger 1, $12 on trigger 2. In my experience, most DVD sets at thrift stores are going to run you between like $3 and $7. I haven't gone to a Goodwill yet. They probably want like $1,000 for a DVD set. But let's get over to the music. All right, spoiler alert. It's the same thing. So basically, 1 to 100,000, 1, 5, yes, 10%, $8. And then the second trigger is the same as the DVD one. So it's that easy, guys. Hopefully you all have taken the steps to get ungated in DVDs. You're never going to find it cheaper than what my video shows you. I mean, ask anybody that's been selling on Amazon forever. It used to be you have to spend $500, $1,000 through one of these legitimate wholesalers where you need your business license and all this. Doing it through christianbook.com, it changes the game for me, and I'm already seeing more profits in my business just from going out 1 or 2 times. So make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe. And if you haven't, go order your $10.99 DVDs and get ungated, and then set up your triggers, and you are good to go. I appreciate y'all watching. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more used book videos. Bye-bye.